Mission New York.
Last round, Brett and Jake. I mulligan to 5, and Jake's on the play.
And I kept my opening hand, my initial opening hand. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Cavern of Souls, naming elf. 1 green. Fenor elves. Pass.
We both kept 7. 10 on the play.
Valgate Sanctuary, you can go.
Courtyard.
Okay, that's unfortunate. 1 green. Despair Sentinel. Hiya! Go.
I'll play a 2/2 to block your 1/1s. Go.
Pretty good.
Way better.
Way different than Fossy.
Yeah.
Starting to have a lot of regrets at this point. Pass.
Scry one?
Of course. What am I doing? I should have mulliganed.
Rest in peace.
Fuck.
Well, I'm not doing much back to you. Go ahead.
Oh, thank God. Steel Leaf?
Yeah, that card's good.
Go. Is a frontline fighter.
And Cascade. And then it is your turn.
Wow. Draw. Hiya.
Just him?
Yep. A 5/5.
4 damage. I'll bounce these two.
Bounce these two, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. After combat. Let's see. Green for him. Green for him. Pass. That is an instant. Okay.
Sure it is. We'll cast Stock Up.
Stock up. Okay. 3, 4, 5. Put 2 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Well, stock ups. Stocking up. Stocking up.
Torch the tower. Bargaining. So I'm not sure how that works. If there's
So exile it just does 3 damage and you square one.
Wonder if
so
one of
does
those
this
is
happen
land.
the sacrifice before anything else?
It's part of the casting. It's part of the cast cost.
Yep. Land.
So I'm buried against it. You may sacrifice a card in chapter as you cast this spell.
Alright, so it doesn't have enough.
So
It doesn't
you're
have enough
casting
for
it.
this town this time.
You're casting this, then this would go on the stack.
I could bounce my Raccoon on one of yours.
A lot of times I just look at the text.
I'm just
yeah,
wondering if I'm
that's right.
drawing more than one card for the exile.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That is definitely correct.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? Because like I'm not sure if this would hit first.
Yeah, I think it would.
And
Well,
then-
yeah,
we can
because
do
the
for
sacrifice
one.
with the ability goes on the stack.
Yeah.
So yeah.
so this would hit the exile first.
Yeah.
So I
Okay, no blocks.
lose a life, draw a card.
Okay.
Okay.
18.
So then
I wasn't sure if you were
that
Coco
would
there or.
exile, right?
Yeah.
I
Wait
lose a
until
life,
lands
draw a
it.
card.
Is it any? Or thought you
Whenever.
I can be wrong. I just don't. He does the whole word.
Put into exile from great areas and red. Yeah, yeah.
Here comes.
So I'm doing it right?
I think so.
Bring
so
the light.
These would hit at the same time?
I think so. Well, yeah, they both get exiled at the same time because they both.
Bring to light,
Okay.
huh?
Whoa.
Oh no, because this resolves and then this goes on this.
That's what
This
I'm
goes
saying.
on
A creature,
yeah.
instant, or sorcery card with
I get
mana
3 draws
value
instead of 2.
or less.
I just want to make sure I'm not drawing more.
I think so. Someone in the comments will correct me.
Okay. So then
Okay.
Yeah, I think lightning bolt is
I was at 15. I lost one for my first one.
I will.
There's my second.
Oh,
There's my third.
Cocoa in response.
I
Okay.
just don't know.
I thought you had to have 7. That's what I was
I don't know
confused.
what-
I'm not
Oh, you
attacking.
can't attack. That's what it is.
Grab.
But
It's
I'm
this one.
almost there.
Oh, another raccoon.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah. It might be like demonic.
Well, we are going to do this and.
I take 5.
Yep.
13.
Pooper.
Yep.
Alright.
Grab another raccoon.
I will exile Raccoon.
Cast raccoon.
I will cast Fetch Quest from exile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It says you may cast that
All
card.
right, this thing. Okay.
All right.
Go ahead. Do what you gotta do.
Cut, if you will.
All right.
And this is an adventure, and I'll flip 7.
So it's not like they come out of increase.
Well, you only get one of those, though.
I'll get the Omniscience, I guess. Cast a one with the Multiverse.
All right.
So I can look at the top card, I can play lands and cast one spell for free off the top of my library.
Or from your hand,
I'm gonna
Yep.
say.
without paying its mana cost. But you can cast spells from the top of your library. Is the one with the multiverse a new edition?
And it's been in the deck. There's 4 and 3,
Okay.
so that you have enough hits.
Right? Can I sacrifice the blessing?
Yeah, I think so. When it becomes a target spell or yeah, that's fine. When
Those
it
are
becomes
good.
a target
Great
spell
draw
or
for it.
ability,
I
you
sacrifice it.
sacrifice it. But I don't think you actually can sacrifice it. Because you're targeting it with this to sacrifice. Its trigger comes and sacrifices it.
I
So I
will
don't think
cast this for free.
you-
I'll target Shark
Well, I don't
Typhoon.
wanna
My
mess
graveyard?
anything up.
No.
With
All
Joe.
right, so
Hey,
it goes
Matt.
back to your hand.
You can get mad here.
Cast Shark
I'd
Typhoon
rather
with
you
Omniscience.
game.
Okay.
I don't care. You can keep it. I don't care.
Cast a Hullbreaker Horror.
All right.
And then I'll cast a Fetch Quest, make a 7/7 Shark. I'll return one with the Multiverse to my hand from Hullbreaker Horror.
Okay.
Play land.
Flip the top 7.
Discard.
Oh, that I believe. That
Yeah, we'll have to check on that first.
I think you're right because it becomes a target.
Yeah, and then in response, it sacks, and this doesn't have valid target.
Exactly. I think you're right.
Put the second Shark Typhoon in play.
Discard.
All right.
you're sorting them out. I'm trying to figure out.
Play. This will return Omniscience.
So you're going to get a
I'll
bunch of
make
8/8s and 10/10s.
2 8/8s.
Signal?
You're going to get a bunch of 8/8s and 10/10s.
Yeah.
Which means I have to draw just so in order to kill
What's
you.
my top card? I'm gonna make 2 8/8s first, and then I'm gonna do the bounce. This is annoying. I didn't bring all of my dice with me.
A bunch of 10/10s.
Yeah. I'm just gonna make the 2 10/10s, and then 4 8/8s total. And then with this,
How's it for?
so I played the first one,
Okay.
returned this, but
Yeah.
it had 2 triggers.
Yep.
So 2 sets of 2 8/8s from the first one.
Yeah. Oh, you're
This.
just.
So, I have 2
making-
10/10s and 4 8/8s right now.
Oh, so you're saying
And I have
you're
one
saying
trigger.
what you have total.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll say
I
4 8/8s and 2 10/10s. That's what we'll go with for now. And then with his bounce trigger, I'm going to target the
Oh.
Elvish Archdruid.
Didn't you
It's only
already
if I can't.
use it on the?
Correct.
So on the second one with the multiverse cast, I'm casting it. I haven't returned anything else yet.
Keep it.
Okay.
So then I'm using the return from this to bounce Elvish Archdruid.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use the cast from the top. Cast this, and then I'll bounce one with the multiverse to my hand,
Yeah.
and then draw 2, discard a card.
I'm not sure how this works for me on my side. So.
Well,
Can you win this
because
turn?
you have to sacrifice it then.
Right.
I'm going to bounce all of your cards.
Okay. Well, go to game 2 then.
Okay.
You got that one. I will take the play.
Of course.
I'm not sure I have an answer for the bring to light though.
You certainly do,
What is it?
because you've used it against me before. So unless your sideboard's much different,
I just don't remember what I used to test it.
You're foretold to it.
Let's see.
Nope. No more.
Well,
Yeah.
this is definitely coming in. Oh yeah, I think I know what. I don't think I'm not running that card on my sideboard anymore.
'tis an enchantment.
It has 3 on it. I can remember it for that. Yeah.
What?
The other one was black. It just kind of threw me off. Why did they do that?
I guess this.
Oh, it was Innistrad, wasn't it?
I think that's. I think that might be it for sideboard.
Okay.
5 cards. That's it. Don't want to go too. Oh, don't want to go too overboard. Don't want to go overboard on the sideboard. Actually, I think I want to get rid of those. 2.
Disturbing that.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Sec. Here, but I will casting it.
Oh, that's.
Isn't that the same thing we just talked about?
Oh, it is the same thing. Yeah. So that's why I have it built like that. So yeah, I'll take this instead. And it says when it's put in gravely put in battlefield, scribe to.
And then you draw 2. That's game 1. Yes.
Yeah. Your go. I have to do that once.
We're not going to do that. Don't think it's fast enough.
Thought about
4
Oh yeah.
and 5. 5 in and 5 out. Taking the play.
Doesn't end.
There's literally nothing that I can.
Like a slider. Well, it just got into like.
I mean, I would take the Doom, but that hurts you more than it does me. I only have 1 pain.
It's really good country most out there. That's a good one.
CK was behind. Like I said, there wasn't really scrap. Yeah, there's like a. Well, some of it is definitely
This is
scrap.
actually the fault, yeah, I don't know what it is. That's what I was saying, like, oh, everything else so far is at least not like a right.
Yep.
No, I'm pretty sure
Who's
it's
one?
Nope.
I agree. One land again?
No, I had 3 lands.
Oh, I had one land.
Yeah, I had 3, but no turn 1 play. I think I need a turn 1 play against their deck.
Oh, set. Okay.
I do not disagree.
Yeah,
You're
it's not like that
Being
deck
aggressive.
isn't. Yeah,
Very good.
yeah, that deck isn't like Garrison's.
and then I'm at speed 2.
I can actually afford to keep
Yeah.
a hand without a turn 1 play there because I've got time to develop. I don't think I have time to develop against this one. Keep.
Disturbing Mirth.
Yeah, this was definitely a keep.
So I will manifest dread first and draw.
Okay. I'll try.
Cavern Name Elf. Elvish Mystic. Pass.
Drop you.
Scry.
Yes.
Go ahead.
When many spells did you cast?
I
Oh,
lost
you
two.
haven't, okay.
O2,
5.
Archdruid, pass.
Living. With 8. One plus.
It's just right. Response.
Gonna return Archdruid to your hand.
Colossal Sky Turtle. Okay.
Go ahead.
Draw.
I will discard.
Punish Mystic. Crown Visionary, pass.
One of those on.
You can identify little flame blockers and just get on the old black and white.
Right.
Go to combat. And I'll swing 2.
Impending?
at-
Okay. So it's not a
It's just an enchantment right now.
not a creature.
I draw 2 and then I discard a card.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep.
Discard Omniscience. Pass. Unstep.
Yep.
Your go.
Draw. Wastewood Verge.
Man, I need a
Thanks to the O2, Wastewood Verge is completely online. Coco.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
You have 2 cards left right now?
2 cards in hand.
Okay.
Yes.
Archdruid and one more. So you get an additional token, right?
Yep. Trigger. And then time for math. 5 at, oh, wait, oh, that's not a dude. 5 at you.
15.
Pass.
Rest in peace.
Just put lots of shock and awe out really early. Time for some shock and awe.
Momentum breaker.
Second creature.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Archdruid gives +1/+1 to all of your elves as well, right?
All my other elves, yes.
Yeah.
Exile.
Oh,
right?
wait. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And you know I have the one.
Mm-hmm. 2, 4, 8. It's just 17 on the board already.
Choose you, make you sink your other guys. This goes to 3. I'll swing 3 at you and 2 here. That's alright, I need the life.
Good me.
Yep. Your turn. I gain 2, I create a 2/2 knight, and then I sacrifice this. Draw card.
Do I lose 2?
Yep. And then draw.
Release to the wind. Yep. That's your play.
Draw 2 and discard a card.
Well, that gives you a blocker anyway.
Yep.
And then you cast your Overlord from exile.
Yeah. That's why I was resolving.
Yeah.
And a 2/2.
And then trigger again.
No. It's just when he comes into play.
Yeah.
So I release the Winsome. I cast it.
Oh, you don't. He doesn't trigger when he leaves, does he?
No.
Okay.
Just when he enters or attacks.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
I think I'm just dead, but I'm gonna.
Land. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Archdruid. And then. Okay, so. 6. Yeah, you're dead. Oh. That is four. These are 4/4s. This is a 6/6, and this is a
This dude
5/5.
blocked.
So 5, 9, 13.
Go to 2.
Pass.
Four combat, swing for 5. Go to speed 4. On the dummy. And then I will sail.
Yeah. Yeah, not enough mana to cast Bring to Light. Alright. Who's going first?
I will go first.
Cool. And I will choose not to.
Alright. Yeah. That's probably good.
I'm gonna
Don't think I'm gonna do any more boarding. I think what I boarded is good enough.
Is it? So I get 4. Go to 11.
But I had this revert.
Go to
You could cast it.
Swing
That what you were
for
talking about.
7.
Yes. No, I did have 3 the first 4 turns. So I couldn't cast it with this. I couldn't cast my Dryad, and I couldn't cast something else. And there's definitely some cards in here that don't do anything when they come to house. It's like they shouldn't be in there. It's like limbo cards.
Okay. You got it.
There you go. Geo.
Alright.
Alright.
Decent 7.
That's the wrong color. Oh wait, no. Wow. And you play yourself.
What a Pokemon model. That's like a
I'll try this.
I will not.
4-year-old. I would mock myself for it.
Alright.
No, it wasn't an expensive card. It was just like randomly one.
I'll keep. But I have pre-game actions.
Okay.
That is a
I will scry one.
It agrees with the fact that it doesn't mean it's a bad. You get another spell, don't you?
No, you swear. It's your turn.
I thought it was
The Seiju, Fenwar Elves. Pass.
I damage to a creature in play. It's an instant, but that's all it is.
Now I understand why it's sensitive.
Yeah.
And what
yeah, because they printed that same card with a 2-mana.
Yeah.
Bramble.
Go ahead.
You go to him. Pass.
They gave out like 10 or something like that. It was like that. It was a type thing that, and the phone number you called, whatever. There was like a whole chain of events that were supposed to happen from the phone. Go check that card.
so check the one that.
I'll return that to your end.
Okay.
And then I'll attack you for 2.
16.
Go.
Um, 3. Elvish Archdruid, the Seiju. Fenwar Elves. Pass.
Is it colossal little? I think there's some.
Okay.
Yeah, most of them.
And roll the dice.
I'm not
Did you get to the they were like the spike Hydra cards?
Yeah, the champion's the only one you have. bad, and that one's like,
Oh, it was actually something.
Okay.
You're like, no, I just threw it.
I mean, pretty much everything else is getting going.
I got a bunch of those, they got stickers all
There's
over.
just a lot of bullshit. Like, you're probably
I'll cast a fetch quest.
All right.
More than one spell.
And non-basic things you control or attack.
Oh.
And her tap.
They all get exiled.
I figured that was a better use of
I
my
figured those would be pretty fast. Stacks.
And on this
No, they're all exiled. You don't. Yes, mill 7 cards.
From among the milled cards. It doesn't say from your graveyard. You can look up the ruling if you'd like.
Okay. But if they don't go to the graveyard, they're not milled.
Yeah, but it's from among the milled cards, so it doesn't matter where they end up because this is a replacement effect.
No, that's gonna be all individual.
Let's see. That would be the ruling for. So I would look up. Would I look up this or fetch quest?
Probably fetch quest.
Okay.
Yep.
I've got some,
You should have learned this from Ryan when he was playing his graveyard deck.
Two.
But they're not.
there was like one, I think it was like a foil cynic.
All right.
Take 2.
No, fetch quest only has like a bunch of adventure rulings.
Swing 1.
But I will look up Wayline of the Void as
I hadn't
well.
touched the dice yet, you changed it.
For thoroughness.
I was thinking about
You go.
I was looking at it like, wait a minute, what?
Well, my credit's supposed to be 0.
Russ guy.
He will after that.
Very, swing one. Good.
Okay, if your opponent discards a card while you control Leyline of the Void, abilities that check whether a card is discarded still work, even though that card never reaches that player's graveyard. In addition, spells or abilities that check the characteristics of the discarded card can find that card in exile.
You got it.
Tokens can still die while Leyline of the Void is on the battlefield. While Leyline of the Void is on the battlefield, non-token creatures your opponents control won't die. They'll be exiled instead. Abilities that would trigger when those creatures die won't trigger.
I'd say 4 years. Well, what I want is
Where's the card that will have this? Let's see.
Full combat.
So is it just a 2-1?
Yep.
No death touch, no?
Trample.
Okay, I'll block it.
You go.
Because that's why the Helm of Obedience Leyline of the Void combo works, because the cards are not milled.
They never touch the graveyard.
Yeah.
But this is
But in order to be milled, they have to touch the graveyard.
But it's a replacement effect, so they go into exile. So same as if you made me discard something that cared about if it was discarded, it does something. Hey Ryan, could you do a judge ruling for us? We'll fetch quest. Put a card into play if he has Leyline of the Void in play.
You're up.
Sorry, friend.
How does Dredger's Insight work
How does Dredger's Insight work?
when I have Rest in Peace in play?
It doesn't.
It did when you played me.
No.
Yeah, because it's among the milled cards, not from your graveyard.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
I played it against you.
In order for a card to be milled, it has to touch the graveyard, right, Ryan?
Yes.
Then this card just doesn't resolve? How does that work?
Hold on.
It resolves, but it does nothing.
So do I put the 7 cards back on top of my library?
No, they are exiled.
No.
They're exiled. It's,
What is the name of this card?
Fetch quest. Bramble Familiar.
I already looked up the rulings and
The rulings on that card are only for adventures.
yeah.
Move to attack.
4, 6, 9. You got it. Oh, there he is. Give me some money.
It's the first time I've actually seen sideboard cards in a very long time.
Let's see.
Is this like the same effect from a Leyline of the Void with like the 2 mana it mills for like the Phoenix deck?
Like
They still get to pluck that one that they mill over.
they do in one.
So in the Is It Phoenix deck, there's the
So maybe it doesn't look at the graveyard state-based effect off of the leyline until the spell resolves?
I think it's because it says from the milled cards, it
From
doesn't
milled
care
cards.
where they ended up.
yes.
Yeah, like Mothman, when he triggers his stuff, even if it goes into exile, it's still he still sees it because it's still milled technically. The zone ends up in as irrelevant. The milling's still triggered.
Is it Picklock Prankster is the card?
And you can go back.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was trying to find a similar ruling on an
older.
older card that had the same text. And
I found
if
that
it does work with Dredger's Insight, that's sweet.
I'm pretty sure it does.
Yeah, I would assume Trigger's Insight would allow you to trigger even if nobody's in play. That is my understanding.
That's what I'm gonna look up, is the Dredger's Insight, because if that works,
I didn't see any rulings on that one.
Yeah, I think because of the milled wording, you still get to get what you want from the milled cards. It doesn't matter the destination in which they are milled.
Seems easy way it goes. Leyline,
I'll be the way. Look, YouTube.
let's just look at the.
I'm seeing that I'm going to discard 2 cards by round, by turn 2, and lose 4 life. This card's ridiculous. 1 mana, 2 life, and discard.
He has 4 of them in this little box up there. One.
Do you have anything that I would use it in?
We can play the black.
And I guess
There's a ruling on the difference between Bill Merck and Dredger's Insight.
Return the hand,
Pretty
resolve
powerful.
the bottom. First
Okay.
recipes.
Um,
Exiles to the graveyard.
okay.
Ready?
Among the Oh, okay. So it does. I see. So it would only see the existing cards from those 7. So it wouldn't see any
Right.
additional.
Nothing else in the graveyard.
Okay.
is
So yes,
visible.
it does resolve, but he can't pick anything other than the 7 cards that are milled from that.
Yeah.
Because mill is.
I'll drop it.
So the reason it's working that way is because the card says pick a card from among the milled cards. And if you read here, it doesn't care about if they're milled to the graveyard or if they're milled to a zone. It still sees that those 7 cards exist
Huh.
in mid-resolution.
Well, my understanding was that mill is synonymous with putting graveyard.
It is, correct. So they are being exiled. They don't ever go to his graveyard. But the way this card is worded, it says you pick a card from among those cards to put into your hand. So if it said pick a card from your graveyard, you wouldn't be able to do it, but it says from among those cards. And so the ruling states that it doesn't care where those cards exist if it says from among. So he's actually pulling a card back from exile, is the way it's working.
Okay. Well,
I still might whiff.
that is very counterintuitive, but oh well.
It is very confusing.
I
would
agree.
not have
It
known
is
that ruling either.
counterintuitive. And that's why I did not play this deck that way for about 12 times that I played this deck.
Yeah, that makes it very different. Not, I know that you're not like hit it out by Leyline or
And
rest
then
of
it
these.
goes
It's
to
good to know what Dredger's Insight too, 'cause it is
Yeah,
the same one.
it is the same line of text with Dredger's Insight. So,
Interesting. Alright, you guys have a 5
I'm at the
minute
multiverse. Okay.
look at the top.
I would not have worked that
A redraw.
Was Jeremy right, Ryan?
Uh,
Was Jeremy right?
What did you say?
I said you can still
cast this for
from the
0
mill.
to shuffle my
Yes.
library.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
have one more cast off the top.
Okay. Well,
Each one has their own instance of it.
It says you may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library.
Once per turn. Without.
Oh, wait a minute. This, yeah.
So this is from hand for free. This is from the top once per turn. For
Okay,
free.
so you.
But each one has its own instance of it.
Okay.
Would you like to cut?
Land?
It sure is. And I do believe I played my land already.
Ooh.
So
That's unfortunate, man.
I'll play another omniscience and then say go. No cards in hand.
Okay.
One tapped raccoon in play.
Alright. And you are at 20.
Fracture?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no, I can't do it. God damn.
But you got a lot of mana.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
sounds good.
not that much. I've got only 7. I've only 7. Got only 7 mana right now, which is kind of weak. If we're being real.
So he's on an adventure.
Leaf Crowned.
Yeah.
There's 4 mana right there. Collected Company.
Mm-hmm.
Hoping to hit something good. Well, we're gonna make a lot of dudes at least.
Yep.
I guess that one card is going back in my. I guess I'm gonna be putting that one card back on my sideboard after this.
This is game 3. Oh, yeah.
This is game 3.
The Deafening Silence. That's the card I was worried about, was Deafening Silence.
Well, yeah, I took that card out. I'm putting it back in, and maybe Dragonic Magistrate as well. That's what I was thinking of. I think that's how I shut you down the other time, is Dragonic Magistrate.
Magistrate.
I would have kept Bring to Light from casting something from exile.
So
So I
untap.
got 1, 2, 3 lords.
4, remove 50.
These are not sick. These are. God dang it. I think you just kill me on your next turn.
I know this is a land, so maybe.
Oh, okay.
I played tap
Okay, yeah.
And you have no cards in hand?
Yeah, none.
Okay.
I'm going to.
Alright, so let's see. So
That's kill that.
that's 11 right here.
And then everything else.
3,
4, 4, 4, 4, and
5,
3, 3.
11. Yep, I go to 9.
Go, hoping he whiffs.
I will play a land off the top for turn. And that's my second, or no, that's my first one. So I'll just flip it upside down to show
Okay.
that I used it.
Alright.
Draw 2 and discard a card.
Yeah.
Play stock up from hand for free.
Okay. Look at top 5, put 2 in hand, rest on the bottom.
Oh.
And I think you just go off from that.
1, 2,
Unless they're all lands.
No, they're not all lands.
4, activate.
Yep.
Move to
Exiled.
Yep.
6.
Another stock up.
5.
Wow.
Be a good draw.
3.
So just anything besides a damn hand.
He is looking. Seems to be looking for something specific.
You got it.
Did you get it?
This one's been used.
Alright.
This one's been used.
So that's all of them. Draw 2.
Draw 2, discard a card. What's on top?
I still think I lose, right?
Release to the winds.
Okay.
And cast it. Draw 2, discard a card.
Okay, so he's continuing to dirtle.
Curse Hullbreaker Horror.
And then a rest in peace.
I'm gonna cast Release the Winds on one of these.
Trigger.
Yep. I'm gonna
That's
return.
about it.
Then you're just gonna bounce all my stuff. Bounce all
Wait,
my
is this
stuff.
game 3? Holy shit.
I mean, I don't know for sure if I can do everything this
You
turn.
Well, I swing one.
That's there. I'll cast it. Use this one again. And
Trigger.
bounce.
Activate.
You got it. Did you see?
That was a
That's
lot of lands.
Same thing that happened in the other game.
I do not have a land drop.
Well,
Nope.
when the deck is actually ripping it,
Sure don't.
that's pretty fun.
No, I definitely like it. I was just
Top,
thinking
but I can't do
you
anything
just
with
sell the
this.
same issue.
Right. So.
I'm gonna return
How many lands do you run?
another Visionary. Or, yeah, the Leaf Crown Visionary.
Sure if I'm running-
And then this
I'm
will
running
return
16 This one, I feel like I need
the War Master.
I think I'm 25 maybe.
I'll cast Turtle and I'll return this.
Okay.
I pulled my
Guess this is a
games
return
cards out.
one with the Multiverse. Draw 2, discard a card.
How many creatures?
Which is
Return.
the one that I think that throws people off.
Yeah, it was,
Release the Winds.
that's not something I usually take out.
And
that way.
I'll bounce that, and then I'll play it and bounce that.
Playing 62.
Yep. He
So
bounced
I'm
everything.
probably saying 24
Have bounced everything.
or 25.
You
Probably.
shouldn't be having any issues. You shouldn't be drawing that many lands.
Right. Especially with how many I'm drawing.
Overlord. Cast
Yeah.
Overlord.
I do like the deck.
Return Overlord.
Thank you.
Draw 2,
Still
discard a
looking.
card.
Still looking for the Shark Typhoons.
I don't think
I'm
I
guessing.
Like this. Sorry.
Cast Overlord. Return Overlord.
I
Draw
don't think I
2.
like this deck.
He-
Discard a card.
I'm just gonna play everything about it.
Oh, really?
It's bullshit.
Whatever.
Which is fine.
I didn't know that.
No, I don't have a problem.
Cast Return again.
I really,
2.
I enjoyed it.
Discard. Return this one. 2. Discard.
Just want him to enjoy the game.
What's that sound like this? It's not,
Cast it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through this week's.
Return nothing.
I mean, that
Uh,
guy's been for 5 years.
BTB.
Right.
So did I. With
1.
virtually, I
2.
was at- I was only
Discard.
maybe 2 months before you came out. Oh, yeah.
Cast
Wasn't
this.
very long.
Return nothing.
But like they really begging me
And
to
then
Everything's sick.
virtually.
Yep, everything is summoning
play.
sick.
You sure you can play? You sure you can? Who knows if it's in your budget?
cast a Haywire Might. Return nothing. And then say go.
Yeah, leave me with nothing.
Yeah, and everything worked out. Breaks in here and there. I just,
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
That's a bullshit ruling.
Yeah, I think it's because when they introduced the word mill, they wanted to stop doing Grizzly Salvage as templating, but they wanted things to still work like Grizzly Salvage,
Like, yeah.
which is just reveal the top X and then put them into the graveyard other than the one you pick.
yeah.
Columns us, but it you know, we're also different. Which one's what makes us?
Let's see. What else?
Yeah,
There's
well,
3 ley lines.